to kill bosses, and it was kind of a pain in the butt to explain the strategy all the time. So I decided to make some videos of how to kill bosses, and then when we brought people into a raid group, I would just send them the link, and that's how my YouTube channel got started. It was just sort of a personal thing for friends and whatever, and then I decided to keep making them, and that was it. I never had a plan to turn it into a career or anything. It was just something I did for fun, and it worked out.
What was your original career before you got into YouTubing?
I'm a computer programmer.
Oh, computer programmer.
I've been doing software development for a long time, a lot of like web application stuff for businesses, which I always really, really liked. I always wanted to do something with computers, and I like creating things. So programming was a great fit for that. Then the video making fit in really well too. I still do a lot of programming. I have 2 YouTube channels. I don't know if you know that.
Oh, really? What are they?
My second one is called Quill18 Creates, and it's game programming tutorials, how to make video games.
Oh. What kind of video games do you make?
Well, I do all kinds of things. I've done, I do a lot of these game jams. I don't know if you've ever watched any of the Let 'Em Dare stuff.
The what?
Right, the 24-hour game, the 48-hour game thing, right?
Exactly, yeah. So it's a 48-hour game programming competition. I've participated 11 or 12 times now. And so you make a game over the course of a weekend. I always live stream the whole thing. So I've done strategy games, various shooters, a couple of multiplayer games, that sort of thing. I like to do all kinds of different stuff. Obviously, I really like strategy gaming. So if I'm going to make a game, most likely it's going to be sort of a strategic kind of thing. But yeah.
Interesting.
What's your question?
How long did it take for your YouTube channel to kick off? Like, roughly.
Yeah, a really long time. It's hard to say because I started my YouTube channel 9 years ago, again, with those WoW videos, and it sort of went dormant and was mostly just for a thing. And then I started a bit more consistently about, I don't remember, like 5 or 6 years ago, when League of Legends was still in sort of a closed beta. That's when I started making videos more regularly again. And then I've been growing it pretty steadily since then. I think I've been a YouTube partner for about 4 years. That's when it really started growing from about, probably around then was about 5,000 or 6 or 10,000 subscribers, somewhere around there, and now I'm closing at about 300,000.
Curiosity, what is a YouTube partnership, or what is that?
So a YouTube partnership is the ability to monetize videos on YouTube. So when you watch a YouTube video, there might be ads on the side or a commercial that plays before the video, and then that gets split between YouTube and the person who created the content. And that's all it means to be a YouTube partner. Is you basically, I don't know what the process is these days, but they might do something like, I remember when a few of my videos got popular, I got an automated email from YouTube saying, hey, your videos are getting a lot of views. Why not apply for partnership? Basically just filled in the form, and then eventually they said yes, and then that was it. So then I started getting, a check every month.
Interesting.
What's your question?
Good afternoon. Will Lauren and Hannah Johnson please come to the attendance office right away? Lauren and Hannah Johnson, please come to the attendance office. Thank you.
All right. From personal experience, what do you think is the most important skill a YouTuber should have in order to do what you do?
Well, that's really tough. I mean, probably you've got to be really self-motivated, obviously, right? Because this is not like, okay, I guess I want to get paid this week, so I have to go into the office and do whatever the hell my boss wants me to do, right? It's kind of like, I have to be motivated enough to sit here in my house and not, watch TV or Netflix or just play video games on my own. It's going to be like, okay, I'm going to go and I'm going to make 4 videos today. I'm going to get this done. Then I'm going to go and get everything edited. And then I've got to remember to go and schedule things for the live stream and coordinate these things and whatever. And then also running a business for yourself, because really every YouTuber is also a small business owner. You're running your own business. So you got to do like paperwork and taxes and all that kind of nonsense that it's such a pain in the butt, but you sort of have to do it. So you really have to, you really do have to be sort of motivated and a self-starter and really want to do it, which is, it's tough. Not everyone's necessarily like that. A lot of people, it's very nice to have a really structured kind of day job where you sort of have your schedule made for you. And that's a hard transition to do.
Now, I think I saw somewhere online that you said that you quit your day job for YouTube. Was that really hard for you? Or
yeah, it was really hard because I had a really good day job that I loved. Again, I was a computer programmer, so I was getting paid relatively well. And I loved doing that kind of work. It was with a good company and I liked the people. But it got to the point where YouTube was making me more money than my job. And I was working about like 100 hours a week between the two of them. And I kept having to turn down these things. Like, since I quit my job, it was about a year and a half ago. And all of a sudden I could travel so much more because I was always getting offers. So I've been able to go to England, Germany, Sweden. I went to California 3 times last year, actually, which is from someone from Northern Ontario. That's a big deal to be able to, actually get some nice weather. I was able to go to South Beach, and all these trips were paid for completely by other companies. All expenses paid. The flight, the hotel, the food, everything. And so it was good. Like, this opened up that much, but it is a scary thing to quit your day job. Being a YouTuber is a lot easier. A lot of people who start, they might still be in college or even high school, right? And they might be living at home, or they're sharing an apartment with like 3 roommates. They don't have much in the way of expenses. But I'm an adult. I had, house payment, car payment, my wife, we got to worry about all these things. I'm old enough to start thinking like, I got to retire someday. What's my retirement plan going to be? So it was a big jump to quit a very good day job that I was happy with to go and do this. But I eventually realized that if I'd never done it, and 5 years from now, I don't think I'd be able to live with myself. I'd be really disappointed. So, and I have no regrets. It's worked out fantastic.
So if you were offered a job from, say, a company like League of Legends, would you continue working at YouTube?
Yeah, probably. In fact, one of the trips that I did to California was to go to Google. They flew me out there to do some programming for a device, and then to make videos, tutorial videos for a device they're working on called Project Tango, which is really cool. And while I was there, they offered me a job. Like, I could basically just write my own, contract in a sense to work there. I was like, and it was hard because I like what I do. And I actually ultimately turned them down and instead opted to do some contract work for them to make it a little easier to do. But yeah, I would want to keep making my YouTube videos because the thing is, they're fun. They make me feel really good. If I got a job, I would have to do fewer videos, but I definitely wouldn't stop. And it would have to be a really, really, really good job to make me go and do something else.
It's not really a question, but my friend wanted me to tell you to tell Mathis that he's an idiot. So.
Mathis is really smart, actually. And here's the thing: part of it is, sometimes there's this whole act sequence that goes around things, but Mathis, he's hilarious, and he's such a nice guy too. But I can tell him that. I can tweet him that.
Alright, cool.
No, I noticed that you go to these YouTube conventions, kind of like Paradox Interactive. How did you get there? Did they invite you, or did you pay? Or?
Yeah, so far everything like that. So the Paradox cons are actually press events. They're not public conventions. They're press events where they go and they tell you what the latest games are going to be. And yeah, they invite me. They've invited me and a couple of YouTubers, and now they're getting a few more of that. And then conventional press people, like people who write for Rock, Paper, Shotgun, or whatever those sites are called. And they fly you out there, and they put up your hotel. Usually everyone's in one hotel, and usually it's like a hotel/conference center where they've got conference rooms and meeting rooms. Then they have a schedule. So, you're getting up at 8 o'clock in the morning, you're having breakfast, and at breakfast, you're getting to sit with the Paradox game developers and chat about different things. Then you'd be like, okay, 10 o'clock, you're going in to see Hearts of Iron. 11 o'clock, you're going to see Magica. 12 o'clock, we're going to have break for lunch. Then we're going to do these things. So yeah, they invite me. And I don't know how I got on their radar necessarily, because the first one I got invited to was for the Europa Universalis 4 pre-release event that they had in Stockholm. And that was my first real trip that I did for video game stuff. And my channel was probably around 60,000 subscribers at the time. It was the first time I'd met Northern Lion. He was there. At the time, he had about 110,000 subscribers, somewhere around there. I think he's at about 500,000 now. And I think I had just done my EU3 and maybe a Crusader Kings 2 video. I think that's all the Paradox content I'd done, but they got, I don't know, they somehow spotted it. I think they may have contacted Northern Lion, and then he may have pointed them my way, and that was it. And then since then, we've had a really good relationship. I mean, they've brought me in for a lot of things, and it turns out I love the games, so works out really well.
How did you meet Marba's?
He contacted me. One of the things is I'm actually really kind of shy and antisocial, which I know it doesn't seem to fit in with the YouTube thing, but the idea of like approaching someone and talking to someone and organizing stuff with people I hate. It's a real pain to try to get everyone in the same place at the same time. Like, one of my favorite set of videos to make are the board game night videos, but they're so difficult to coordinate and arrange, which is why we don't do more. So Marbazir actually contacted me. I don't remember if he got me on Twitter or what, and we started talking on Skype, and he wanted this multiplayer thing, so I decided to jump in and do it. And he's turned out like that was fantastic. What a great guy. He's hilarious too. One of the things with Marbazir that always happens is when we put up the videos, some people are like, "Oh, I can't understand what this guy is saying," and I'm here. I'm like, "This guy has better English than I do." The only thing I laugh at is when he tries to say like a French word. Like, this is the one thing I can do better than you, buddy, because French is my first language. But other than that, like, it's so good. But some people just can't hear it. But yeah, he's great.
Just out of curiosity, what's your thoughts on YouTube Red?
So I don't know completely yet, because one of the things is it's currently only available to American viewers. It's not international yet, so a big part of my audience can't use it. It's still kind of confusing. There's some confusion, for example, for a while about there's like a 30-day free trial, and do people get paid during that time? And then it's split about how the profits get split between people who make music videos versus other content. Music videos, I can't remember the percentage, but there's a part of the pool that's guaranteed to music videos and part of the pool for everything else. Music videos get paid per view, and everything else gets paid per minute watched. And at first, like, I was a big fan of it because I think, like, I like the idea of like people who don't want to see ads can just, you know, pay a few bucks, not get the ads, but still know they're supporting the content creators. Because I understand ads can be really annoying and people don't necessarily want them, but it's nice to, you know, support the videos that you watch. The thing is, it looks like it doesn't matter if you get YouTube Red. I don't think it matters what you watch. The amount of money that goes from YouTube Red to the content creators is split based on total time watched. So PewDiePie, for example, who gets lots and lots of time watched, even if none of the people watching his videos are subscribed for YouTube Red, and all of the people watching my videos are subscribed to YouTube Red, he'll still get most of the YouTube Red money. Which is apparently the way it works. Now, I don't know. If that's true, that might be a little bit annoying, but in practice, it probably will be a non-issue, because most likely, someone who's on YouTube Red will be watching all kinds of different videos, and it'll probably split up fairly. He gets more viewers, so probably more YouTube Red viewers will actually be watching PewDiePie versus me. So it's fine. So I'm in favor of like these sort of subscription models coming up. I think it's good. I don't know if YouTube Red has done well or not. I have no idea. It's too early to tell, and everyone's confused about everything.
Anything else?
Like, I love the Twitch subscribers, for example. Twitch subscription thing is awesome, right? That's really, really good. In fact, what upsets me about that one is that if you're subscribed to a Twitch channel, you'll still get commercials on the Twitch channel. But you can subscribe to Twitch Turbo instead, and then you get no commercials anywhere, but then the people who actually stream don't really get paid from that. It's really weird.
When you look at other YouTube channels, do you feel a competition, or is it like, do you feel like you're part of a big community promoting video games?
I mean, every now and again, there's always a little sense of like a little bit of jealousy because of whatever, but it's pretty rare because in practice, the more people who are making YouTube videos, the more people go to YouTube to watch, and then the more people tend to find you. No one watches only one channel. Right? A lot of people are subscribed to like 100 or more channels. So the more people who are out there making cool stuff, like if I'm, you know, so I make a lot of Civilization 5 content, for example, right? If more people start making Civilization 5 content, that increases the chance that, you know, they'll post something somewhere and someone will follow that link and go to YouTube, start watching Civ 5 videos, and then they're going to go see the related videos, and they might find me in the list. And then it keeps people going there, and it is really kind of win-win. There's not the same sort of sense of competition the same way. Just the same thing happens on Twitch, right? Like, you kind of want to be the guy at the top of the list for most views on Twitch, because then more people come and see. But what's also important is that there's just a lot of people streaming a certain game and keeping it popular. If a certain game, like, imagine that no one was streaming League of Legends on Twitch, and then you start streaming League of Legends on Twitch, well, who's going to go to the League of Legends category? No one. First of all, that category is going to be way down at the bottom, and people aren't going to think about going and looking for this, right? But then when you hit that certain critical mass, people know any time of day or night, I can go to Twitch and go on the League of Legends category, and I will find someone streaming, and that's great. And it's, you know, the top streamers aren't there. Maybe that'll be the day then I get spotted, you know, and someone's interested in that. Or I'm just playing Heimerdinger all day long, and then all these people who want to see Heimerdinger will come to me, even though I'm not one of the top end streamers. Heimerdinger is, of course, the best League of Legends character there is. Yeah, everyone knows that.
Yeah, with
Oh,
commits.
do you
Alright,
prefer Europa over Civ or Civ over Europa?
The real questions.
That's a really tough one. I do like them both. I find myself really drawn a lot to Europa these days. I think Europa is really good. Actually, one of the problems is I want to play a lot of the Paradox games, but it's like, why would I ever play Crusader Kings in a world where Europa exists?
yeah.
It's like so annoying to me because I want to play more CK2, but I just love Europa too much.
Yeah. Is that Nick?
Okay.
Yeah.
Alright.
We need to be packed up.
Yeah,
Can
she
we
wants to ask a
take a quick trip? Oh, you go.
What rank are you in league?
Sorry, what?
What's your league rank?
Oh, I'm not even ranked. I stopped playing League before the ranking systems were introduced.
The real question is, what's his username? That's the real question. That's the
Same username everywhere. It's just Quill18. Although these days I play a lot more Dota 2 and Heroes of the Storm. Loving Heroes of the Storm.
Heroes of the
Trainer.
Storm.
And also,
take a
can we
quick picture?
take a quick picture with you?
Is that a good
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
Time. You're almost
The
on
screen's
time.
over there. Is that we get a quick picture?
Is it alright if we take a quick picture with you?
Yeah, so the
Yeah,
screen's
just-
over there, so we're
just
gonna
sit
go
there and smile.
over there.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay,
sit there and
sure, I'll-
smile.
We're gonna be over there.
Just keep smiling for a while.
We're like
30 seconds.
I'll stay here with you.
ready?
Okay. Make sure to tweet me the picture.
Ready?
Oh, we're good.
We good? Alright, thanks so much for coming over and talking to us.
Thank you.
No problem. If you guys have any more questions, never worry about tweeting me or something like that.
Oh yeah, of course.
It's usually the fastest way to get responses.
Yeah. Oh yeah. It's, oh. That's
that would be
Alright,
the best.
Alright, again, thank you so much for coming.
What's your favorite game?
Oh wait. Okay.
What's your
Last
favorite?
question.
What's your favorite game? Your favorite
Oh
game.
man, how do you do that, right? You like maybe top 5 in different genres? I mean, I play a lot. The top played are Civ, Europa. Those are for sure. RPG-wise, I'm playing another game of Baldur's Gate right now, and that's freaking awesome. I also have a couple hundred hours in Skyrim, I think.
Not bad.
Man, it's impossible to pick.
Are you hyped for Bond?
Sundog. It's a game from like 1984, originally released for the Apple II. One of my favorite games of all time. There, I'll go that way because no one knows what it is.
Alright. Again, thank you so much. We'll see ya.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Bye.
All right.
Stuff.